What's up, everybody? So I did a video earlier today just talking about Richland, Washington, but I actually happen to be on the border of Kennewick and Richland right now, two cities in eastern Washington. So to my left over here is actually the Columbia Center Mall. It's back that way. So it's more of a main street down there. There's Target down there, Red Robin, just, you know, all kinds of shopping. That's Kennewick that way. And then this way, that's that's not the freeway, that's just a bridge, but the freeway's down a little bit. You'll see that in a minute. But anyhow, that way is Richland. So behind me is Kennewick, this way is Richland. Sorry if I said it wrong before. But so this grass and all this right here, I think this is still technically part of the mall shopping center, so this is all their thing. I'll see what it says on the other side of this sign right here. Sorry for the bumpiness, I'm just walking. But anyhow, just wanted to let everybody see a different part of Kennewick and Richland. So, you know, the trees are pretty good. I'm used to Southern California in the desert where there's not a lot of trees at all. So for me, it's a lot of trees. But, you know, if you're from a state like, I don't know, Alaska or, I don't know, wherever it has more trees, then this is probably, see, like up there, that's kind of what I'm used to up there, the patches of weeds and desert. I'm from, well, the last place we were living was, I can't even think of it, the high desert in California, and the Victor Valley area, Victorville, Hesperia, Apple Valley, and it's more like that, just dirt, a lot of weeds. So I don't know what this bridge is. I can't remember what this bridge is, but as you'll see, we're getting towards the freeway, and I think that's pretty much the border between Richland and Kennewick in this part anyways. So I'm going over the underpass of this bridge right here. But as I was saying earlier, if you look in front of me, really, of course that guy had to do that. I think he did that intentionally, make the noise in this truck. Sorry, for anybody who had your headphones on, I'm sorry. I can't control what kind of noise people make in their cars. What I was gonna say is, in front of me, you see how flat it is. That's another thing that I'm not really used to, looking in the distance and not seeing mountains. In California, pretty much any direction you look, you see mountains. And I think there's one way in the distance over there, but it's relatively flat here. Coming upon Circle K gas station here, pretty popular in eastern Washington. I don't know about the rest of Washington, but Circle K is pretty popular. Where I'm from, it's more of, I mean, there is Circle K, but there's also AM/PM. AM/PM is pretty popular. Chevron, 7-Eleven, little auto parks over here. I think behind these buildings over there, there's like a little Mexican restaurant over there. Never been there. Some kind of bank. But anyhow, the scenery is pretty nice in eastern Washington. Like I said, it's a mix. It really is a mix of desert landscape and trees. There are certain parts of Washington that are a little bit more green. If you get higher elevation, they get more rain, and you know, it's not so dry, and so more green. But in this part, in the Tri-Cities area, so this is deep east Washington. This is not by the coast. This is not near Seattle. This is more towards Idaho. Actually, we're not even far from Oregon either, in the eastern part of Oregon. And so out here, it gets hotter, drier. You know, Seattle is really wet. Rains all the time. But out here, it's a lot more dry. Gets hotter, and so you don't see as much green out this way. So yeah, so you'll definitely see a mix. And then of course a lot of the green, whether grass or trees or whatever, is artificially planted and, you know, irrigated, whatever. Oh, that's right, we're coming upon this. See, forgive me for not knowing the name. Like, I don't know the names of the freeways. I don't know the names of the bridges, or like this stream right here. I don't know. I don't think this is any kind of river. This might just be, well, I guess it is a river, but it's not the Columbia River. The Columbia River is more that way, more towards Richland. This is, I don't know what, I don't really know if this is any kind of main thing. Sometimes there'll be ducks over there hanging out, but this water's kind of murky. It doesn't look that great. I would not go in there. I never seen anybody go in there. Mexican restaurants over there somewhere. Yeah, a few little shops. But yes, we're walking towards Richland right now. So I think as pretty much how it goes is on this side of the bridge is Kennewick. On that side of the bridge is Richland. Oh, I forgot to look at the sign. I got so busy talking I forgot to look at the sign back at the mall. Shoot. Yeah, a little path. That's cool. A little path that winds around the river right there. I don't know how far that goes, but that's pretty cool. That's another thing that's different for me, because in Southern California, and especially in the desert, there's not a lot of natural waters, and so I like that. I like the natural waters. Kind of gives a more relaxing vibe. Gonna go ahead and try to cross this street right here. Okay. Even though it doesn't say to go, there's nobody really coming, so I'm gonna go for, oh, there it goes. See, we're coming upon this freeway. I don't know what freeway this is. But, like I said, it's kind of like a bridge between Kennewick and Richland.
Wait, SR 240 on train.
Well, yeah, there we go. See, that's kind of the natural landscape you hear, see in parts over here. See all the desert, the weeds. See, that's what I'm kind of used to from where I was living last in Southern California. So yeah, so certainly a lot of the green that you see is artificially planted, but and you know, like I said, they got to water it pretty good and all that. So it does get hot and it does get dry out here. And yeah, so we're in the deep east part of Washington. More hotter, more dry. Obviously, you see from the weeds. Fairly low elevation, hovers around 500 feet. Depends on where you're at. Obviously, I'm going up on a hill, so a little bit higher. But doesn't get what keeps it from being too hot is the latitude. Hover around 46 degrees latitude. So here's the freeway right here. I don't know what freeway it is. It's because we don't have a car, so we're always on the bus. So I don't know. You know, I just get on the bus and go. I don't really know what streets or roads we're on or whatever. See if this sign says anything. Oh, here we go. 240. So apparently this is 240. See, east to Kennewick. So it just takes you to another part of Kennewick. It's a Tri-Cities area out here. Kennewick, Pasco, and Richland. Those are the three big cities out here. Pretty much everything you want as far as shopping is concerned. All the big box retailers, Walmart, Target, gas stations, food, all the standard American foods, except In-N-Out. There's no In-N-Out in Washington, which I do not understand. There's In-N-Out in like every other state on the West Coast. California, Nevada, Arizona, Oregon, everywhere except Washington. So, I don't know what's up with that. I like this view right here. This is a pretty good view. Overlooking. I wonder what the people think in their cars of me filming them. They're like, oh, look at that, another TikToker or YouTuber or whatever. I'm not really a big fan of heights, so me looking over the railing is kind of scary a little bit. But you can see the other side. Sorry about the noise, but you know, obviously the freeway's right here and the cars passing by, so that's why it's so loud. I don't know what that business is over there. I never been over there, but I always see people there, and it looks pretty big. I don't know if it's some kind of like I want to say warehouse, but like I don't know. I really don't know. Anyways, it's okay here. It's a lot of druggies. One thing I would say, I forgot to mention that in my earlier video. It's a lot of druggies. Matter of fact, we were on the bus today, and some guy, you could tell he was on drugs. He was all squirming around and like scratching himself, and you could just tell he was zoned out, just kind of talking to himself. But anyhow, you see that a lot around here, and not just the Tri-Cities, in Washington in general. It's a lot of druggies. A lot of homeless, including myself. And yeah, so you see a lot of that. So if you come out this way, whether to live or to visit or whatever, be prepared for that. There is a lot of druggies out here. Me, my girlfriend and my son, we probably see them more because we're on the streets, walking, begging, doing whatever. If you're in your car driving around, maybe you don't notice it as much, but it's definitely a lot. But as far as crime, I mean, I don't know the stats, but I feel pretty safe. I mean, I even walk around at night sometime, go to, the store or whatever, and I never really feel too unsafe. Sometimes there is like a crazy drugged out person walking around or whatever, or a drunk person or whatever. Oh, see, look, it's really green down there, and I don't think that's artificial. I think that's natural. Probably the water beads up down there. You got that big old tree. I think that's natural. I don't think anybody planted that big old tree down there and all that grass or weeds or whatever, but it's pretty lush green. So yeah, you see patches that, especially as you go more this way, you get the Columbia River is like really right down the road, like maybe not even a mile. And so yeah, it definitely gets more green around there because just a lot of water in the ground. And then, like I said, obviously right here, there's water coming from somewhere, and it's pooling up right there, so that's making that green. So yeah, so you see patches of green, and then like obviously here you see patches of like desert dirt a lot. So it's both, definitely both. But yeah, as far as the people, even though we don't drive, I notice it seems like there's a lot of rude drivers. Sometimes we're out in the corner begging, and I hear people honking at each other, and sometimes yell at each other. Just not patient drivers at all. That's one thing I've noticed, even though I haven't driven one day out here, just from my observations. This is a new building right here. They haven't announced what it's going to be. They just built this like not even a month ago. Fresh new parking lot. It's actually for lease. I'll show you the sign right now. But yeah, so a little bit of rudeness by the people, but there's also really kind people as well. There's many people who have helped us out a lot with money, with food, with clothes, with all kinds of stuff. So there's definitely really kind-hearted people out here too. See, for lease, if anybody's interested. So yeah, I think. Oh, see, here we go. See, Richland, Kennewick. See, yeah, we just walked from that way. So Kennewick is that way where we just came from. It says Richland is that way, but it's also right here as well. But that's the 240 we just passed. Yeah, the Toyota Center. That's kind of a big thing out here. That they hold. It's like an arena. And so they'll have like graduations there, or you could probably rent it out for, I don't know, big parties or quinceañeras or whatever it is. But some apartments over there. Another cool thing, they don't have this in California, or I never seen it, Zips. So it has hamburgers. It says right there, hamburgers and fish. I got French fries. I got shrimp. The shrimp is really good. French fries are really good. Hamburgers average. What else have I had there? They have chicken tenders, but I never had them yet. A little high on the price, but it's okay. I recommend it if you come out to Washington. I don't know if they have that on the West Coast, by Seattle and stuff, but they have it out here. There's a couple of them out here. Pretty good. And yeah, as you see, there's not a lot of people walking around. So yeah, I would say it's fairly safe. We walk around a lot. We're on the streets a lot. Never really had any major problems besides people like yelling stuff at us. That's kind of one thing. But like, I don't know what the gang situation is out here, but you don't see people just standing in front of buildings, waving gang signs around or their gang flags or anything. You guys want to go check out this building? I never really scoped it out. There you go. If anybody wants to lease this place, I suppose you call that number. Fowler Street. There you go. Flag. Looks nice though. Wish I could live there. Curious. The person who's going to lease it, I'm curious what they're going to make it into. I thought it was going to be a car wash. It kind of looked like it was going to be a car wash, but it doesn't have any of the structure for that. But yeah, you guys know that I love chess. Let's look inside. Hopefully nobody calls the police. Let's see if we can look inside. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow, they haven't even put up the walls yet. So I can't believe they're putting up leasing information. You know, like, oh, they're like, oh, here, call this number if you want to lease. But they haven't even finished it yet. The ceiling's not done. The walls are not done. What if someone's like, hey, you know, I want to lease it right now? You shouldn't put the phone number up until you're absolutely ready, you know? Huh. But yeah, they've done the car. It looks like there's carpet. But yeah, still got work to do. I thought it was finished, but apparently not. Here, let's go around the front. Yeah, some apartments and some houses. Yeah, I would say it's fairly safe. It's definitely, if you want to come out here to, you know, to visit, for, you know, you're for a tourist, you should be okay, you know, because especially if you're going to be in your car most of the time driving around. Like I said, I never really had any major problems. Oh man, the window's kind of hot. Look at this brand new parking lot. Got handicap, compact, nothing for EV apparently. Front door. Nice little place. Huh. Oh, what I was gonna say about chess. You know, you guys know that I like chess, and I was like, man, I wish I had the money to lease it out and make it to like a little chess center. Oh, they got cones. Apparently, they don't want you coming in here. At least your car. So anyhow, so yeah, so now we are in Richland. So I'm gonna probably title this video Kennewick / Richland because it's kind of like, you know, obviously it's on the border, it's both. But anyhow, so this is it. See, a lot of trees down that way. Like I said, the more you go that way, that the Columbia River's down there. So literally the closer you get to that, the more green you see. You see more green down that way. So yeah, it's a good mix. But anyhow, so yeah, Kennewick, Richland. So I still need to obviously make a video to show Pasco. I want to do that. But it's relatively the same. The elevation of all three of the cities hovers around the same. And so, you know, the landscape is pretty much the same. It's not like one is way high up in the mountains or anything like that. And so, yeah, so all pretty much the same. The weather's all pretty much the same. If it's raining in one of the cities, it's usually raining in the other city. Or, you know, if it's hot in one, it's still hot in the other, and so on. Yeah, pretty nice to visit, maybe to come live. I mean, you know, you'd have to do your own research on other stuff that you like or not like or whatever. But they need In-N-Out. If Lindsay, whatever her name is, the head of In-N-Out, they need In-N-Out. That's one thing that Washington in general is missing, is In-N-Out. She's got the whole West Coast locked up except Washington. Makes zero sense. I don't. There's even In-N-Out in. Here, let me go in the shade here real quick. There's even In-N-Out in Texas now, and I think they're gonna make one in, what was it, Alabama or something. So yeah, that's my one complaint about Washington. No In-N-Out. But other than that, it's all right. It's not too bad here. Like I said, we haven't had any major problems yet. Knock on wood, as they say. Anyhow, that's the video. End it with a shot of the American flag. And I'll see you guys next video.